Okay, what's up? This weekend I'm in Viseu in Portugal, going absolutely wherever I feel like going. I'm going to walk in one direction and not stop till I filmed as many cars as I possibly can. Let's get some steps in, have a good time, wonder what we can find. Yeah, I won't lie, it is absolutely hot AF today. God, everything has been so boring so far. Ooh, I see something cool in the distance. Let's go find out what that is. Ooh, okay. No, we got something good here. This is an Alfa Romeo. Wow, this thing's beautiful. Look at this. That's stunning. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this is definitely owned by an enthusiast. Pininfarina badge right there. Spider 1.6. Yeah, that's absolutely beautiful. Look, oh, hang on. Legalize them or tuning, bro. Check it out. This is the absolute most typical Portuguese hooligan's car. This is like an absolute wrong and is going to be driving this. It's pretty cool. They don't race them or anything. The guys who own these, they just put like maps on them that make them blow like black smoke out the back, and they just rev them up. That's all they do with them. This one's actually looking pretty clean. Those wheels are fat. All right, I love these old C4s. I really especially like, I'm going to show you here, got the glass back. These look so nice. Such a cool design. I remember these in WRC as well. Fun fact, I think in Portugal, Viseu is the city with the most roundabouts in it. I tell you what, I do see these get dragged a lot online. This is a Mitsubishi Space Star. It's the Mirage in the rest of the world, but for some reason in Spain and Portugal, they call it the Space Star. I don't know why. I'm sure Mirage is a Portuguese word. But for my money, I think these are actually great little cars. If you want to buy something that's just new and slow and safe that you want to commute about in, I think these are great. Every time I've been in one of these, I think they're nicer than the equivalent Dacias or Renaults or anything else in that price range. And I think they are the cheapest car that you can buy in Portugal. It is funny, this is about as big and open cities get in Portugal, at least places that I've been to. Everywhere is usually very kind of small and compact and hilly. Being somewhere that's this kind of built up, it feels weirdly like America. Like, I've been to about 40 different states in the US, and there's nowhere like this. You can't just walk around next to the main road. Not that anyone who's not completely insane would want to, though. I mean, everybody drives here. I'm completely in the minority not being somebody who drives. Look, you can even cross the road in peace. Imagine doing this in America. I'll tell you what, I've never been more terrified. People even stop for you. I've never been more terrified crossing those like giant 6-lane like intersections in somewhere like, I don't know, like South Carolina or something like that. Look, it's almost no trash on the streets. Almost no crackheads to bother you. Alright, I did see something cool while crossing the road. I can't remember what these are called, but they are one of the only vehicles that were actually made in Portugal. I think they are actually based on a Land Cruiser chassis. They are ugly as hell though. Okay, this might be the most miserable car I see today. Daewoo Kalos. I don't even... if I've seen one of these before, then I've forgotten about it because it's so boring. Yeah, that's a very miserable looking little car. It looks like something out of BMG. A very, very well worn OG Punto there. I tell you what, after the Mark 1 Clios, the Puntos are probably the most common OG Euro beep box. It's such a grandma's car, and that's why they've survived, I think. Well, the Twingos and the Corsa Bs, and Ford Galaxy, the Twingos and Corsa Bs all got kind of ratted out by teenagers and flipped into hedges and stuff, but the Punto, that's probably been owned by the same grandma for the last 30 years. My grandma had a Punto. Yet another 98 Punto. It's your standard Discovery with monster stickers and big silly wheels. And an open back Defender. These are actually extremely common. I did think when I first moved here I was going to see more Land Cruisers, but you probably do see more Land Rovers. You see quite a fair few of these, but then again, these just never die. Some kind of Toyota Ute. Look at this. Dude, this is sick. It's got the wide arches. Dude, that's awesome. You don't ever see trucks like this, ever. Okay, we are here, the promised land. Honestly, Mercadona was kind of a bust. It was a lot of kind of the same stuff that you see everywhere else, but they just sell their own brand of it. It was kind of expensive too. Although I did get some crisps. They had, it was like brie and caramelized onion, and I'd tell you what, they were really good. The crisps in this country are absolutely terrible. I don't know why. That's the first time in a while I've had crisps that actually had any flavor to them at all. Okay, we have a key piece of Portuguese car culture here. What we have here, I don't know what the brand is because there's so many of them and they're all the same, but this is what is called a Papa Reforma. And these are probably legally classed as like a quad bike or something, and they are these terrible little cars that only go 35 or 45 kilometers an hour. You don't need a full license to drive them. Typically, my association with these, this is like an old man's car, typically an old man who's lost his driving license because of alcoholism, drink driving, that kind of thing, which is shockingly common in Portugal. I have to say, being from UK, like one of the kind of safest countries for being on the road in the whole world. You really do take for granted. Here, drink driving is so common. I see everybody doing it and it really, really shocks me. Like in the UK, drink driving is like second to like child abuse in terms of like the worst things you can do. It's so taboo, but here it's just so common. And of course, what would we be? We are officially in potato Europe. We are honorary Eastern Europeans, honorary Balkans, the TDI Passat. This one's actually pretty nice. Usually these are all dinged up to hell. They are the most aggressive cars you will ever see behind you on the road. Whoa, that's so expensive. I already know there's going to be one English-speaking Portuguese guy in the comments being like, oh, why did you go to eat McDonald's? You should go to this finer place that's been open since the 8th century. It's more better. Bro, I eat more moelas than you, guaranteed. More tripas than you. I eat Portuguese food every day. I get like to eat McDonald's like 2 or 3 times a year, maybe. Honestly, the McDonald's in this country are pretty good too. They are expensive, but as far as McDonald's go, they're like way better than anything you're going to get in UK or US or anything like that. Look, it's steaming hot, it's burning my hands. Perfect. Also, my favorite McDonald's item of all time, the fried apple pie. I absolutely love these. You still get them here, the €1. Americans can only dream. Nice Corsa A GL Plus here. Next to it, one of my favorites, the original 2-door Megane Coupe. Again, I love the glass back on that. Wow, I'm seeing so many of these Space Stars today. This is the pre-facelift, which I think is actually quite ugly. Okay, really cool little golden nugget here, Saxo exclusive. I'm definitely a sucker for anything kind of a gold, champagne, kind of sparkly metallic cars. Here we go, I found the nugget section. We've got Corsa B, Mark 1 Clio, Corsa B, Golf 4. What is this, a Starlet? Yep, we've got what's a funky little design, Starlet, and then a Nissan Sunny. I don't recall seeing the hatchback version of this too often. Usually it's the kind of sedan. I tell you what, the Portuguese are definitely working overtime on the whole oldest alliance in the world thing with Britain, considering how many of these things they bought and are still going. I remember precisely about as soon as they stopped selling these in the UK, they all pretty much went to the scrapyard. It's funny how it works like that. We get Ronaldo, Bruno Fernandes, and they get Rover 25s. Talking about Beamin G cars, Ibushi Pessima looking full over here. This is a very drab Hyundai. Pony GLS. I tell you what, you do still see on a daily basis pretty much every flavour of Civic. Look, another one over there. I definitely like these triangular ones. I can't remember what the actual code is, some Civic bro will tell me, but I think these, you know, 2007 car, I think these do look still pretty fresh. I have to say, Audis are not really the most interesting cars in the world to me, but I am liking this one. It's an 80 Turbo D, looking really nice, obviously been really well cared for, paint's lovely and shiny, wheels are looking nice, cool car. This looks absolutely stunning, what a gorgeous car. Really, really fantastic, that front end is just exquisite. It's looking a little bit dirty and a little bit sad, but still, what an absolutely incredible looking car. Imagine anything like this being made today, anything this cool. Hey, check it out, your pie order's super at McDonald's. Oh my word, what is this? I have never seen this before. One-seater Papa Reformer. This is just that thing that Jeremy Clarkson made on Top Gear that one time. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen in my life. That's just a mobility scooter. It might kind of be the worst MR2, but still, MR2. Haven't seen any of these for a really long time. Bruh. I just went into one of those like American kind of overpriced candy stores. I went in hoping to see if they had a Zero bar from US because I love those and I've not had one in a very long time. But unfortunately all I found was these. Which way, Western man? Citroen XM here. I always love how low these look to the ground. I don't know if it's because the hydraulic suspension just needs pumping up or whatever, but again, what a great looking car. I tell you what, just out of frame there is a wedding going on, so I bet this is probably part of the procession for that. Okay, what is this? Grandel Glaive looking at Mazda here. Wow, this is cool. 626 2.2i. It's a very unusually shaped plate there. I wonder where this is from. It's left-hand drive, so it's going to be European. That's cool. SEGLX. I don't think I've ever seen one of these before. It looks very American. Very cool. It's manual. Oh. Very cool. I like the rear tail lights there. Yeah, the way I'm going, the cars are finally starting to get worse. For all I know, I might be in bare ends right now. Someone's going to come rob me for my iPhone 11. And the ever-present Clio Mark 1 in its absolute most base spec. I actually haven't seen too many of these today. I've seen more 206s and Corsa Bs. I think it's because this is a slightly kind of bougier place than where I usually go. But these are pretty ubiquitous. I see these multiple times a day. I think I know what's coming here. Is this a 416? Oh, it's a 214, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. Again, I don't know why. These kind of terrible English cars did quite well over here. This one looks nice though, look at the interior. I always loved the way these look when I was a kid. I always thought they were really good looking cars. C2 VTR, possibly the last pure kind of French boot box hot hatch. I tell you what, these AI flyers just have to stop. Every place I've walked past today's had them. Okay, it's loud as heck. What is this? That's a very cool Toyota. There's a lot going on with this Mark II Golf here. Check it out. Someone's art project. Looking pretty cool though. They've got some die casts in the back and a very kind of suspicious spoiler and a weird, is that AI? Weird AI sticker in the window. Pretty cool. The wide body arches. Very well loved Mark I Espas there. Okay, this is a little bit of a unicorn. I don't think I've seen one of these before. Opel Corsa A sedan 4-door version. That's very weird. GL. Big fat old Renault 25 here, looking very luxurious, Turbo DX. I've seen a lot of 19s this weekend, but this is the first 25. Another Rover 45. Again, these are just so popular. So I was thinking about why there is the Space Star as opposed to the Mirage in Spain and Portugal, because a Space Star is this is the original one. These are actually really common. You don't see the original old school Mirages, like ones you see the rest of the world much in Portugal, but these are absolutely everywhere. So maybe there's some kind of brand recognition with that. It's a trusted name, trusted badge. But the thing is though, this is the Space Star. This is a big car. But look at that, that's spacious as hell. But the new one, the Mirage, which is called the Space Star, it's pretty small. You can fit 5 people in it. It's got decent legroom, but certainly not anything this size. Now this is one you don't see very often, Renault Fluence. That's very weird. It's just like a big Megane type thing. It's very dull. Oh, I see something weird in the distance and the man's walking away from it. What is that? Wow, just saw this Datsun 240k GT. Just gave the owner a little compliment, said it was a very cool car. Look at that. I've never seen anything like this. You do see some old kind of Datsuns, but not cool ones like this. That's lovely. I love this rear tail lights. Absolutely gorgeous, and that downpipe too. Really cool. Okay, we got some kind of Mini going on here. Let's see. It's looking cute with its little stripes. I wonder. It's BL. It is a Morris Clubman. Look at that. Very cute with its little white roof. I am not using Google Maps. I'm just purely going off of vibe, so I don't know where I am at the moment, but I'm sure I'll find something. I swear, like 5 minutes ago, I thought I was in like a fancy neighborhood. It had like McMansions with swimming pools and like leased Mercedes. I was hoping to find something cool, but whatever, we're here now. It was funny being in like normie looking built up suburban areas of Portugal, because in my experience all the places that I've seen in this country look like Megaton from Fallout 3 or like the start of the Borat movie, you know? It's weird seeing like modern new build houses with hedges and stuff. It just makes me feel like I'm in England again. I suppose my message for this weekend is exercise your right to roam and to picture this. I tell you what, there will be a day when the 206s are all gone. It's kind of like the end of Lord of the Rings, like all the elves are slowly leaving because they can sense the world is over and decaying and dead. They are starting to all look a little bit battered, but they are still around. You see less of them, but there will be a day, hopefully not in the near future, when the last one goes to the scrapyard for good. Also, very much so like the 206s, the Twingos are dying out. Again, I imagine most of them were being driven by teenagers and kids, so they were put on their roofs or in hedges. You really don't see that many of them anymore. You know, Clios, Mark 1s, Saxos, that's what you're going to see the most of. I wonder how many Twingos are getting imported into the US these days, now they're more than 25 years old. I don't know if it's just like, haha, funny meme car, Gran Turismo meme car. I wonder if Americans are actually importing them. So that is hilarious. Put in the comments if you are an American and you want to get a Twingo. This looks like it's straight out of Wreckfest. Nissan 100NX. Look at this. All the wheels are different. Absolutely insane level of sun damage. There's paint on the roof. What has this car gone through? Check out that. You cannot replicate that patina. That is absolutely wild. Was it red? What? I have no idea what's going on with this. This is one of the most cooked cars I've ever seen. I'll tell you what, though, Cucurella is an assassin car. Found us another 2CV here. This one's a little bit more of the appropriate colour. This is also definitely a later model. Look at all that plastic. Absolutely ancient Toyota style it here, but they built these things to last. That thing's probably going to outlive me at this rate. Look, it's got almost no rust on it, very clean. Even the paint looks pretty good. Dude, I just saw a B5 Passat kick out the absolute biggest cloud of black smoke I've ever seen in my life. That's a cool colour on the Passat. I don't think I've seen that one before. It's like a kind of really cool burnt orange. It's an early one too, 97. It's nice. I tell you what, I am absolutely battered. Almost 40,000 steps later, we saw a lot of cool stuff. I got absolutely killed by the sun, but I think it was worth it. If you enjoyed the video, do leave a like and share it with somebody. Leave your favorite comment about what was your favorite car we saw today. Appreciate you. If this does well, maybe next time I go traveling, we can do something similar. Peace. Bye.